I am Bulus Kajang, a member of the NNPP, that is New Nigeria People's Party. I was formerly the auditor of the party at the state level, and then later by circumstance, I'm now the candidate contesting for the seat, Kaduna State House of Assembly, to represent Jamal local government constituency. Like I said, I've always had the drive to make my own input in the political development of Jamal local government and indeed the whole of the state, not only politically, economically, and all aspects of development. I've always asked myself and prayed that God will eventually give me this opportunity to do this. But like I said, when I was introducing myself, by circumstance, and I want to see this circumstance as divine, that I'm now contesting for the seat of the State House of Assembly, Jamal local government constituency. So I've always had that drive to make my own input in the general development of my local government in particular, and by extension the state and the country as a whole. My constituency had a multi-directional or multifaceted problems. Talking about social development, infrastructure, particularly roads, feeder roads particularly. This is an agrarian local government. And a lot of farm products are back there in the villages. They cannot be moved out to the open market because of the deplorable level or nature of the feeder roads. Even the major roads, the main major road that is cutting across Jamal local government from the northeast through to the federal capital Abuja, there had been terrible roads that all these things cannot be transported, and therefore it is affecting the local government and the people economically, socially, and in many other areas. The local government is backward. That is one aspect. Educationally, when you talk about roads, it is still it still boils back to the drawbacks of these issues that I've said. Because once there are no roads, there is no communication, and once there is no communication, the people are locked out completely. So it affects all areas of life, and I cannot be, in fact, it is a lot of factors are there that have necessitated me to come out to make my own input in developing this very constituency. You see, I am going there as a lawmaker. That is one. Number two, I am going to have to represent Jamal local government constituency. And so that means my representation in whatever way will first and foremost be concentrated in my local government, which is Jamal local government constituency. And in collaboration, and by extension in collaboration with other members from other local government areas that come from the southern part of the state, we can together partner and synergize to see what we can do together to effect Southern Kaduna as a whole, economically, politically, socially, socio-culturally, and etc., etc. But to be specific in my local government, I will apply particularly the strategy of lobbying in order to bring all the needs of my local government to be. That is a very serious matter that we are battling with in Southern Kaduna. I want to summarily tell you that there is no unity in Southern Kaduna. And the reason is because of the diversity culturally, in terms of tribes, and a lot of diversity has actually influenced negatively on the unity of Southern Kaduna. So it's a big challenge. It's a big challenge, and it goes back to say that until this issue of unity is tackled, there cannot be any interesting development. And the only way to do it is by bringing all the Southern Kaduna stakeholders together that come from different diversities in terms of tribes, religion, and even under religion, denominations, and other things. And so I thank God for what is happening now. For the first time, Southern Kaduna has, I think it's coming up. For the first time, leaders in Southern Kaduna are coming together to form what we call Southern Kaduna Leaders Council, which are individuals are drawn from for example, we have the Southern Kaduna Christian leaders. A member is drawn from there. We have SOCAPU, that is the umbrella cultural body or traditional body of Southern Kaduna as a nation or as a part of this state umbrella. Representation is coming from there. And we have Southern Kaduna Lawyers Association, and etc., etc. All leaders are drawn, or representation is brought from there to form what we call Southern Kaduna Leaders Council. And so it now becomes the gateway that whenever anybody is coming in, whether you are seeking for the seat of the governor or the president or whatever seat you are looking for, as far as Southern Kaduna is concerned, that becomes the gateway for you to go into there. And then I can now see, because of that, that Southern Kaduna will by that forum, will be united. And then we shall have a way out. That is yet another challenge. Mentoring and mentorship has been a serious problem in Southern Kaduna. Very serious problem in Southern Kaduna. Leaders that have had opportunities to be in higher positions, whether in government or the private sector, have actually not imbibe that spirit of mentorship and mentoring, because the spirit of planting, particularly the young ones in positions, while the elderly ones are going out, for the young ones to take their places, is zero. Because leaders have been careless about this, and maybe because of carelessness. But then, with this factor of unity through the formation of this Southern Kaduna Leadership Council, I think the mentoring spirit will begin to be imbibed by our leaders. I don't know. I wouldn't have much to say about SOCAPU because I'm presently not part of the leadership of SOCAPU, and the affairs and activities of SOCAPU, I want to say, have been quite far away from me until when I'm invited in one of the activities or so. But for quite some time now, I've not been invited into the activities, so I do not want to say much on SOCAPU, particularly with the exit of Jonathan Saiki, who is now vying for the seat of governor of the state through the umbrella of Labour Party. I don't know much about SOCAPU, and I cannot say much concerning its activities. But all I know is that SOCAPU is supposed to be the umbrella body that should unite the entire people of Southern Kaduna, particularly under different tribes. That's what I think I should say about that. Southern Kaduna should all come out and participate in politics. That is number one. Anybody that is outside the political or that is not interested in politics, be sure that you are locked out, because it is the vehicle of politics that bring about all other aspects of development. Because you talk about politics, you talk about representation in government. That is one. Two, the Southern Kaduna Leadership or Leaders Council is another vehicle that which we as people of Southern Kaduna should embrace and be willing to follow these people as leaders. And then from there we begin to speak with one voice. Another thing is people that are placed in higher levels should now begin to talk Southern Kaduna as a language in all ramifications of life. Let our language be Southern Kaduna. And therefore, when our language turns out to be Southern Kaduna, then our interest will be Southern Kaduna vis-a-vis development. We should all come out to vote. Everybody that has a PVC should come out to vote. Nobody should stay at home. Because if we really need to do the change that we've been desiring for, then everybody must come out to vote. That is the call. And then vote, not because of your party, but because of what is somebody coming to do when I vote him. So party issue is not going to be considered as a major factor. It's not going to be business as usual. Once you sell yourself by a character, then you get your votes. So everybody should come out and vote if we really need to do the change that we've been desiring for.